This video is brought to you by Sailrite. Visit sailrite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions. Sailrite is proud to introduce the Edge Guide foot set for the Sailrite Fabricator Sewing Machine. It's specially designed with a spring-loaded guide to ensure that you can easily follow an edge to help maintain straight stitches throughout large or long sewing projects, especially in a semi-flat felled seam when sewing the top stitch, as seen here. In this video, we'll show you how to install it, and we'll also demonstrate sewing a semi-flat felled seam using this foot. Let's get started. The screw for the outer feet will need to be removed, while the screw for the center foot just needs to be loosened to remove the standard feet that come with the Fabricator sewing machine. The center foot of the Edge Guide has a 3mm Allen set screw. Loosen it so it can slide onto the post of the Sailrite Fabricator sewing machine. Slide it all the way up, and then try to center it so it's straight. Then we will secure the Allen set screw with a 3mm Allen key. Now we'll install the two outer feet with the Edge Guide attached to it. The best way to install this, in my experience, is to slide it in from the back side of the sewing machine and fit it between the two prongs of the post. Once it's in position, use the set screw that was used to hold the standard feet in place and re-thread it. Tighten the screw, but not all the way. As soon as it becomes a slight bit firm, stop and lower the presser feet, making sure that the outer feet are touching the needle plate. Then tighten the set screw firmly in place. And ensure that the center foot is straight. If it's not, release the Allen screw on it and adjust it. Then tighten it down firmly. Now you're ready to sew. As is customary, run the thread through the center foot's hole. Then pull up the bobbin thread as you normally would. The Edge Guide foot set is designed so that you can easily follow an edge, but as you can see here, it can be used for standard sewing. Here we're sewing the first stitch of a semi-flat felled seam. Now we'll take that fabric over to the table and splay the seam open so that the 1/2-inch tail on the underside is folded in one direction. I love to use the Sailrite canvas patterning ruler to crease that splayed open seam before I take it to the sewing machine and sew. Now I've scrolled up the material so I can get it through the throat of the sewing machine, and we'll use these clamps to hold it in place. And now we can use the Edge Guide foot set to sew next to the splayed out portion of the fabric, and the Edge Guide is placed right along that crease so our stitch is always nice and straight. We do a little bit of reversing here at the beginning, and then we'll sew down the length of the fabric. We are displaying the right Edge Guide foot set here. Sailrite also sells a left side Edge Guide, which would obviously have the toe on the left side rather than the right. And now, because we're using this foot, we have a guide that is consistently on top of the fabric, so we know exactly where to sew this top stitch. This results in almost perfectly placed top stitches that are nice and straight. All you have to do is splay the fabric apart and keep that spring-loaded toe up against the fold of the fabric. You can order the Edge Guide foot set for the Sailrite Fabricator sewing machine in either a right side Edge Guide or a left side Edge Guide. If you have questions, give us a call or email us. We're glad to help. Thanks for watching.